Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Phoenix Wright Justice for All. Today, we're questioning the killer and trying to figure out, well, not figure out, we already know he's lying, but trying to catch him in a lie, I guess. So, Edgeworth here, when we pressed before, he was like, oh, that's odd. So we'll press again. Okay, very beginning. That's odd. Okay. But nothing else. So there's something here. I'm assuming we need to present then. Something. I'm assuming that shows that Adrian didn't know that the body was dead. Or Karita was dead. I mean, that's true. She says she poured her the tomato juice because she thought he was passed out, which is odd. So maybe that? This is the only thing, like, evidence-wise that I think we have that we could show for something like that. Thank you very much for taking the time to testify, Mr. Killer. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian and Andrew entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Karita had been murdered. But how do you know that? From this wine glass, Your Honor. The glass. Mr. Killer's supposed client thought Miss Karita had only fainted, which is why the glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan? And it's not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had that been planned, they would have never left their fingerprints behind. I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? It's a waste of time to ask such a minor detail. It's not a very important point anyway, correct? I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Miss Karita's death. If not, then that can only mean that that Adrian Andrews was not your client at all. How strange. Yes? Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection to such an absurd situation? Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Miss Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without evidence. Ah, sorry. Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyways, I'm positive that there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well. Right now, I have to buy us more time. More time, though? Like what, though? Like, are they actually tracking the call to go save Maya? Because now I feel like we're just kind of stuck. While we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here. I just know that oh, yeah, it's okay. We're waiting for gumshoe shit to get here. That's right. I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. Quest taken. This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony. We met at a bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes. So you physically met your client, That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. One week ago, are you sure? Yes, I'm quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind. Please stop. In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind. A specific date and time. Did you ask why on that specific night? No, I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's requests, but as for why, I only had my suspicions. Your suspicions, huh? Press further? So what are these suspicions you had? And why did your client request that night? I'm sure it was all for the bear. The bear? My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan's creative room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me. Must be talking about that bear puzzle. Inside the figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference, after all. That is correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that big bear figurine was. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, was that testimony just now any importance? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I guess? Maybe? Do we have anything that's saying that Adrian was, like, out of the town, like, a week before the thing? Probably not. Oh, we have 2 profiles for this guy. Not important? I don't know. I mean, it's probably important. I have no idea. I guess we can always come back, right, Judge? It's not important. What the killer said sounds plausible, but in the end, it's just his conjecture. No, Your Honor, I don't think it was very important. Well then, witness, please continue. Not present press. So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Dots? Of course I did. What was that? What was that brief pause? Press further. Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. I always meet my client as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye. Well then, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now any importance? I guess not? Yeah, I guess it didn't sound that important. Why he meets his clients is not important, and that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions. What do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I've already told you, Mr. Wright. I did. It was only through talking with him, face to face, that I began to trust him. That's when I thought I can trust this person as a client. It's true that they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was that? Yes, that was actually extremely important. So he doesn't know that Ms. Adrian Andrews is a lady. If I heard what I think I heard just now, then I think I got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of utmost importance. Huh? Really? If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony. Okay. Sure, so present Adrian Andrews, right? I'm assuming? Oh, music stopped. I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at the bar and took the request at the time. Yes, that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy. How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale. What? Shelley the Killer. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. What? Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip-up. About her. So what is this? What is the issue? Dots? What did you just say now? About her? If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a woman. Oh. Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Apparently, Shelley the Killer has not been paying attention to the trial at all. This witness testified to the following: that he always meets face to face with the clients when taking their requests, but he's never met Adrian Andrews in person. Yes, Your Honor, that is exactly the point. That means Mr. the Killer's client could not have been Ms. Adrian Andrews. What is that? Is that oil? How does that thing still function? Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name? It's gender neutral. Yes, Adrian Andrews, without a doubt, is an androgynous name. Yeah, I think that's the proper word. Yes, I see. Unluckily for Mr. the Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one has stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. What? What is going on? Shelley the Killer, this court demands an explanation. I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify one more. I know he's just going to spit out more lies. Very well, but this time please give us the truth and nothing but the truth. So help you my gavel. Yes, now I remember. I took the request by mail. There had been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of Juan Carita and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. Okay, so 2 or 3 things? He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony, which means he's definitely lying. Be careful, Phoenix. If we break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know, I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me, no matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it. Now then, let's begin the cross-examination. So, I guess press everything. I'm still waiting for another point where it's like, hey, don't press at all or else you're gonna get penalized. But didn't you just say that you always meet your clients? I thought that was gonna be a longer sentence. Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible. But didn't you meet your client this time? No, I did not. Oh, come on. Let's stop with this game of cat and mouse. Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me. How about my rugged voice then? Alright then, just cough it up and confess! Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness with such hard words. Sorry. You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. the Killer met his client? Yes? I do. But I want to press everything? Like, I want to know what the 1 or 2 things is. I'm assuming, like, the bear's one, right? Because he gave the bear back, right? The bare necessities? You know what? I have no proof. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I don't have any proof. I do, though. I'll come back to it. And your line of questioning was just another waste of time. Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong. Ha ha ha! Dick. And why could you not meet certain clients? Recently, I have been receiving more requests. If I met each and every client, I would lose some nice business opportunities. Business opportunities? On top of which, the times have changed, It is now the age of information and computers, correct? Well, I have joined the times and now take requests via electronic mail. Electronic mail? Do you have to mail that is a special insulated envelope? What? Do you have to mail that in a special... Oh my god. Do you not know what an email is? Ah, I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail is commonly referred to as email. Email? In a contest of mimicry, the judge would beat a parrot hands down. Anyway, so you took this job without having met your client and... This is what I want to know. 2 or 3 other things. Yes. And what were these other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. What should I do? I mean, I should probably... Okay, so you're giving me a warning here. But I'm gonna press further. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney. Yeah? Everything I've said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client, which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? I smell the stench of a backstabber, and should you turn out to be one... Wait! Uh-oh, this is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. No, screw you! Push further! Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your clients requested were. It is truly that important. I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. The bear figurine. After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was the figurine? It was inside Mr. Garita's suitcase. And then what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client. Interesting. This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include that, what you just said in your testimony. As you wish. Okay, so... We either have to present the bear figurine here, or at the beginning, where it's like, do you have any proof that they met? I mean, we could press here too, right? Probably, to get more information. I found this figurine in Mr. Engard's mansion. If you gave it to Ms. Andrews, then what was it doing there? I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. Engard, I'm sure. That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony? There's a contradiction. So, the killer says he gave the figurine to Ms. Andrews, but I know somewhere in the statement there's a contradiction. And yet, I know that if I present something trivial here, he will cut the connection on his end. If you want to make a strong point, Phoenix, you have to present strong evidence. She's right. So now what, Dr. White? Or Wright, not Dr. White. Present evidence, I guess. It's gotta be the bear figurine, right? Witness, let's go over this one more time. You gave Ms. Andrews the bear figurine, and she told you to take the bear and wait for her at a guard's mansion. Is that correct? Yes. Where are you going with this? Well, I think maybe you might have remembered a few things incorrectly. What? This is a battle of wits. I can't let up on him. I don't think it's possible for Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear. You not want me to present the bear? I was so sure you wanted me to present the bear. Well, it's only 2 health points. We don't have a picture. No, that was Power's testimony, right? So we don't actually have a picture of him handing the bear to his client? To Matt? Music stopped. Shelly the killer! If you had really given the bear to Ms. Andrews, 1, you would know she was a lady, and 2, then this item should not have been inside. This item? I see where you're going. Yep, that's where I'm going. Where's everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? Your Honor, yes, you do. Please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. I was going to burn it, for her sake. If even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it. Order! Order! So that's where you two are going. So by the very fact that this suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Which means... It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Oh! Order! Order! Mr. Phoenix Wright? Sure I mentioned this before, how I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement. No, that's enough! If this is your intention, then there's only one thing for me to do. Wait, please! Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to. No, please! Not yet! Please wait! Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end and I may stay my hand. Otherwise... What in the... Mr. Wright? Are you... Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there is a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? Well, we should, Edgeworth. We can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll... The prosecution... What has come over everyone? Even you are. The prosecution rests. What is going on around here? The prosecution said no further questions, Your Honor. What? What? Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is the most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, then, even though I'm reluctant, I must believe that Mr. Tequila's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley Tequila's client is... Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. If I end the trial here, right now, then your client, Matt Engard, would be declared innocent. In his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder. Miss Andrews would be charged with murder. The prosecution has no further questions, so we'll now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt Engard, to the stand. That Mr. Tequila's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. I can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands. I actually thought she was about to disappear on my ass and bring Pearl back. Dude, did the old guy finally decide? To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. Huh? So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. Mr. Engard, what an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like that? And this refreshing like a spring breeze crap, it's just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice, or should I save Maya's life? You better get Engard guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged with murder. I don't want to do that. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. It all hinges on what I choose. Now then, Mr. Wright, Let's hear the defense's final statement on this matter. The person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews. Then your client, Mr. Mattengard, is innocent. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer's gonna say what I want, aren't you? Just because, you know what? No, I'm not. Absolutely not. I can't do this, but I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Mattengard, is flippin' guilty. We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Mattengard, your client deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. Mattengard is...
Objection!
Hi! Franziska von Kammer! What are you doing here? Ow, yes! You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off that scruffy fool. Did you bring them? The final pieces. Do you have them? You should know better than ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Kammer is perfect in every ways, except for all the ways that were not perfect. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor. All the items are inside this. What a filthy old coat this is. Hey, that's a cool coat. Shut up. That's Gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere. I apologize for this ugliness, but there's nothing else to wrap the items in. I've fought long and hard this whole trial, all for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence? Dots? This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I don't believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of the trial. What? Objection! Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence, down to the last. Of course, that Miss Von Kammer be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. Suppose you are right, Miss Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will be not accepted by this court. Now, Ms. Von Kammer, if you please. These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police. He must have been in quite a rush. Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around. Like a miracle. I'm sure of it. That is all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol. Does the killer pistol have anything to do with this case? Yeah, I guess. Maybe? Does this pistol have any relation to this case? We have yet to perform a ballistic test, so I can't say anything for certain. However, I believe it has something to do with this case, at least with me. Oh right, you get shot! That's the pistol he used to shoot you, isn't it? That's what I believe, yes. Oh. I kept the bullet they removed from my shoulder as sort of a memento. I'm sure it'll be an excellent sample for the test. So that's the pistol that was used to shoot Franziska. I should give it a high five. It's probably not going to help us very much. The second piece of evidence is this videotape. Oh yeah, that's probably has the footage of... That probably has the footage of the murder. Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh yeah. But I would have speculated that this tape is very important. Why would you say that? Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Surely the killer is no ordinary man. This is the Bellboys, okay. I guess question for more detail. Was this used during the crime? I'm almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There's one thing I found interesting about this uniform. And what is that? There's a button missing on his uniform. A button? It's a very unique button. I'm sure if you were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. Special button's missing. That's all I have to present, Your Honor. Just as I thought. And what is that, Your Honor? I'm sure, were we under normal circumstances, these items from Shelley the Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It is who is the client. Yes, that is correct. And those 3 items did not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Ms. Von Kalmer. You may step down now. Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Wonderful! Absolutely splendid! This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix. I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. I mean, I'm a ghost lady. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But no matter how well you think about it, it's... Try, for my sake. Just think about it for a second. Or else you're gonna have Pearl handling the channel to my Faye sisters. There are 2 ways out of this situation for us. 2? The first... Make Vanguard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If Vanguard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. The second way... Force the killer to come to end his contract with Vanguard. If the killer were to no longer think of Vanguard as his client, then he would let Mai go. Mia, that's even more impossible. He's a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else. Dots, I know both of these seemed like impossible feats at first, but if we could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. Like, earlier, I was so sure we were gonna be like, yo, you know, Matt was recording your ass, and he was gonna blackmail you with it? Is that what we're gonna be doing now? The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any new evidence. The pieces he has just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, hire the killer to assassinate the judge. Think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? Dots, the other side. What does she mean? You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need them? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We've all seen all the pieces of evidence. That is how we have come to know the truth. But there's one person who has yet to see them all. That person does not know the truth. That truth, it may be what will bring that about the miracle in the end. Are you talking about the killer? There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? Objection! Yeah, no, objection. I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence. Okay, I'm hiring the assassin then, Judge. I'm not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Then you want to show the evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one last chance. One chance? Please show your evidence to who you think please show your evidence to who you think is the right person. Wait, what? That's impossible. To turn the situation around in one try? One try. That is all I will permit. I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way to save Maya with that while taking Edgar? and guard down at the same time. Just cut to Edgar from Final Fantasy VI, like, whoa, 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 I didn't do anything like that at all. I'm kind of a weird dude, sure. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show evidence to? It has to be you. I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show the person. Now here's the thing. Is it the videotape? Or is it the camcorder stuff? I guess I don't know. Does he know that his murder was caught on tape? Oh, I can't save. Shit! Tape? Dots. Well, what do you think, Miss Edgeworth? I think there's some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. All right. It looks like I managed to convince him. Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence. Yes, one is all I need. I have a videotape here. It was found in your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape. I thought so. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client not to watch it, so I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you're on this tape. Me? There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded. What? Is that true, Mr. Wright? Who was it that planted the camera? Well, the only person who could have placed the camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally. That was Adrian Andrews. Be quiet and listen, you old fool. Yes, sir. Your client specified a place and a time for you, isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. To blackmail you? Why did Matt? Yeah, he wanted to blackmail you. The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There was only one reason why your client would secretly film the scene. To blackmail you. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone. Least of all assassins. Oh, come on, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay, and even blackmail if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you, which is extremely stupid. You don't try to blackmail people that are known for being assassins and getting away with it for so long. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the Killer? How do we keep repairing this thing so fast? It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes, you told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that is right. But what if the traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity. I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around. Mr. Wright? Yeah? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have no new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item. What the? I'm not an item! Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thanks goodness. This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I am sort of... I don't quite know... Ah, yes! Miss Von Kammer, where did that... She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. What the hell did you think was gonna happen when you try to blackmail an assassin, you dumbass? Mr. Engard, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watched this video. Help? Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please. Is it all right with you, Mr. Wright? We have finally reached the end of the very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape from him now. Well, what about Adrian? Like, if he's acquitted... like... Is Adrian gonna get arrested? Because I don't want that. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. Oh, God, he is so goddamn guilty. Madam Guard. Even though I'm a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Me? My wonderful self? Guilty? Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger, no matter which way you look at it. You can't run away from your crime anymore. No! Guilty! Refreshing like a spring breeze! I got a lot of scars on my face now! You gotta pour some, like, disinfectant on that, because that is gonna actually get infected. As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth. We? I don't remember you helping me out much at all in this. Miss Edgeworth, how is Madden Guard? I left Miss Von Kammer in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of whipped leather right about now. Very good. Jealous. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness? Yes. I plan to pay my debt to the society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is no concern to me. It is pretty rough, Doug. But you should probably go see therapy. But after that, when I was alone in the detention center, that was the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to evade Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved. Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile. I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. I accept check. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone. It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about, but everyone seems to be in good spirits, and that's good enough for me. This is all. Oh, that is all. Court is adjourned. You were great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. Look, We all have off days, alright? Oh, that sentence. This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. She's about to pimp smack me. You got them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all of that to what's really important. You now realize that there's something more than just getting a not guilty, right? Yeah, I understand now. All it took was Maya being kidnapped and an innocent woman with severe past trauma to be almost thrown in jail, well, actually probably executed in jail. Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moment before Miss Von Kammer arrived with a final piece of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make. Wasn't that an incredible decision? Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statement on this matter. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Should I side with justice or should I side with Maya's life? My client, Menengard, is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then. And your answer? Your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you. Right. Edgeworth, I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody. Really? Oh, hey, Burl. You're telling the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, demon child. She's quite safe. She's on her way here to speak as we speak in a patrol car. Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya is safe! You did it! You really did it, Mr. Nick! Ow, she punches deceptively hard for a kid. I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her. Thanks? Oh, what's wrong? Miss Von Kammer. Hi. About earlier. Thanks? Ow! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost. Your perfect win record has not been crushed. And yet, you're still happy? I don't think you will ever understand, Miss Von Kammer. How dare you? Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth? For my own personal victories, and for guilty verdicts, I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remains spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against the selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. Frenemy, I think, is more of a proper definition, but sure. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And left a very edgy note behind. And I left that note. Prosecutor my... Yes, exactly. This is the edgy note. Huh. As well you should have. A prosecutor has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die. But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. What foolish nonsense! We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong in his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. What? You trusted your enemy? It doesn't matter how many unhindered tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is fight with the knowledge we hold in everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. Thus, I promise you. The truth? Yes. The reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, right? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night. Is Mr. Edgeworth white, Mr. Nick? I guess? Honestly, I have no goddamn idea. You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me all those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. And at least that's what I told myself. You guys are drama queens. Good God. You pathetic fool. I know, right? Mrs. Von Karma. I don't want to hear that wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. A Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Hey, Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over. Francisca threw something on the ground just now. This is the electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else. Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip? I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. Well, good. She shouldn't have her goddamn whip, alright? It's a weapon. You should keep this, right? Can I whip the judge? Okay. Nick! Knew it was gonna be Maya. Maya! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! We should probably go get you a burger, right? Oh, Nick, I knew you'd come through. You got unguarded convicted like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me. Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you, even though I almost did. But we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here. Whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly. Is this really that easy to do something? Is it really that easy to do something? I kind of figured it would be, actually. Thanks a lot, Nick. Don't mention it. Maya. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm relieved you're alright. Hey, it looks like you've made some real progress, Miss Edgeworth. Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Alright, I'm like starving. I think it's time to go get this, get out of this depressing place. Huh? Where are we going? Food, Nick! Food! Grub! Chow! I'm starved! Like, literally! I'm so hungry even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick. You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib, at least. Come with us, Miss Edgeworth, please. If you insist. Alright! Oh, alright! So how about we hit up our usual burger joint? Don't be silly, Nick! Huh? This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of our gourmet food. So I decided we have to make it up by having another feast. Another feast? Come on, Nick! Food! I don't get paid! I'm assuming the game's ending today. That's why it's a long episode. Hey, pal! Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Gumshoe, you're alright. Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I'd hit a telephone pole of all things. A telephone pole? And there wasn't a red light that got him? You did it again, city boy. I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me, and I ain't joking. Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of The Steel Samurai. Thanks. Now look here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Wright too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight even. I'll keep that in mind. Well, come on now. Everyone's gathered around. Y'all gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer. Looks like a lot of bought herself a new camera. Well, pal, at least we can put this messy kiss behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal. Amen to that, pal. Amen. You know, when you think about it, you were really the one who saved the day, Detective. Huh? Me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the three items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. Ah, well, you know, it's Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from Tequila's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. What? 4? Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item? There was a 4th item? Oh, come on now, it's over. But who boy, I tell you, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped? Never a dull moment with you, huh? Yeah, Jesus Christ, I hope you have, like, less problems in future games, Maya. Because I feel like they're just like, I feel like they should just give you a break. Why does she look so happy about it? Being shut away for 2 whole days. Weren't you scared? Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had it rough, girl. So where's the picture of yours? Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mystic Maya's picture. You know, I don't know where it went. Oh, that's too bad. Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway. Aw. It sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. Gumshoe, run! What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up. That's Miss Montgomery's receiver! Thanks to her, I had that most awful experience in my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here. Tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, it probably busted or something, sir. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do. But Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't eaten anything yet. And you've eaten way too much, you glutton. She's been starved for a few days. Come on now. I had fun tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait. What? I just wanted to say, thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. Huh. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. Well, I mean, we just got this, right? So maybe give it to him? I guess? What else could there be? Attorney badge? Didn't I try that at the end of the last game and it, like, didn't do anything? Sure, why not? What's this? Thank you. That's all thanks to you two. You and her. Oh, well, okay, yeah, she did help. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job. It looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya? Huh? Yeah, Burley? I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean. Burley? Would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me. Anyway, so who's paying for this lovely dinner party? As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick. Huh? Yeah, I'm kind of at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kind of already put my name on your bill. Huh? Yeah, I got a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, you see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. Oh my god, $3,000? It better be worth, oh my god. It better be anyhow worth $3,000, good lord. Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it was on your tab and all. Oh, what the hell? Isn't this great, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick. Why do I suddenly feel like screaming? You don't need to hold back now, you hear? Yeah, pal, time to let it all out. What, cry? This is gonna be the first time I hear the real you. Come on, it's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all. Alright then, if you say so. Is that it? That was a really good last case. It actually got me really feeling bad for Adrian at the end. Like, I didn't want to get anything wrong. You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro. Oh, wait, wait, what? Letter? You drew Is it the drawing that you did? But no, that was a really good last case. It was way better than the circus case. I'm so happy that you could save Mystic Mai and Mr. Nick. And I'm so happy for the two of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners. So I sort of made reservations for the two of you, just in case. You're 8. How'd you do that? But no, yeah, it's definitely hated Juan and Matt by the end of that last trial. Gumshoe looks fantastic. Well, pal, looks like I'm back on the force again somehow. Miss Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief, and he got me reinstated for my sake. I heard he say something like, letting that one go wasn't bad for all of society. I knew it. Crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal. I mean, I can still hire you as an assistant. Hey, does Adrian need a job? Because she can be my assistant. But yeah, I felt really bad for her. I didn't want to get anything wrong. Oh, Birdie? Bird? Hi, Maggie Bird. I'm retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. What? And bring smiles and joys to the people who come to the restaurant, sir. I hope you'll stop by, Mr. Wright. Sure. Aren't you like a klutz, though? Oh, God. Yes. Are you here to visit a patient? I'm Director Howdy. Recently? Oh, yes. That girl, I haven't seen her around. Yes. But I remember, if I even laid so much as an eye on her, it would go crack. It didn't matter if I got whipped, though. Yes. Oh, we're gonna see the goddamn circus people soon. Yeah, that circus, it wasn't awful. I didn't really like it. I felt like it was just drawn out and everyone was just not likable. It's time for I can't even. No, you're good, Max. What do you think the Bob was like? I don't know. Made of cakes and bunny? Go to school! Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. The game was fun in general, though. I really wish there was voice acting in all of this, though. You ready, Mo? Great. I don't know. Oh, God, Trello. Throw you into a fire pit. With Ben. But no, great game, My only real downside is, I wish there was voice acting, and I kind of wish the circus trial was better. I actually really thought the old bag. What's this, drat? It's just an ordinary electric razor charging station. I can't believe it, really. How long do they plan to make me do this? But if it's Angie Pooh's idea, so that means it must have a deep hidden. Oh, you're searching for bugs. Still. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, man. Yeah, the last trial, I actually thought they were just going to have us do a really long investigating section and then do a really long trial. What ended up happening was it was 2 long investigating sections and 2 really long trials. I mean, the same trials, but different days. I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edgeworth did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Ms. Von Calmer. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone. So even Von Calmer's feeling bad, which is understandable. The woman went through a lot. And Matt and Juan are assholes. Celeste is just unfortunate. It's become difficult for me in this country. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. maybe both be blessed with longevity. Alright, well. Okay. But yeah, it's very depressing backstories for a lot of characters then, huh? In the last trial. Where are you going, Franziska? Dots. How do you know I was here? With this. That's... I heard you were planting things on certain people. Things like a tracking device in his coat, for example. Huh, that's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy, drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. Oh, do you have a thing for gumshoe? Were you sniffing this before we came here? But it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting. When I ran off with the things from Tequila's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. 4 things? It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in here. It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over. What are you going to do now? That's none of your business. Are you running away? Shut up! You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be a Manfred Uncomm's daughter. Franziska. So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure? Such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius. A criminal, of course. But a genius. There's no doubt about it. He was also a loser. But me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to. You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You've been and always will be. No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away. Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen. No, I just gave it to you because it was like the last item I got, but sure. I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. Now we will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip. You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. I could win against that man. If I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge. But you lost! Twice! Ha ha! I see. You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews? You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using this tactic. Isn't that right? Huh. Today you chased after me, after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why you're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intentions of stopping. If you say you're going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Kammer. I'm Franziska von Kammer. I don't think I'm gonna walk in the shadow forever. Our battle begins now, Baka. So you better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. Still whip her with that thing, though. After everything she's done, she deserves at least one. Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I'll take good care of this 4th piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again. Is it Maya's drawing? That's actually fairly good. What the hell did she use to draw it, though? Capcom. Farewell, my turnabout. Yeah, no, that was a really good game. I really like the first and the second one. We'll get to the third one eventually. I believe, yeah, I'm going to start doing my Final Fantasy 1 walkthrough Let's Play after this, and then like Trails of Cold Steel 3 after that. And then we might do the third one. I know people have asked me about the other Ace Attorney games that are out there on like handheld and stuff like that. I think I want to wait until they're hopefully ported to a non-handheld device. So one, it's easier to record, and two, it'd be better quality. I know they just talked about releasing one, but it's not like the, I don't know what it was. It was like Ace Attorney, Ancestral Ace Attorney or something like that. What the hell was that? I don't know. They just recently announced it, so maybe one day we'll look at that. I don't know. But for the other ones, I kind of hope they port them to like a console or Steam or whatever, so that'll just be easier for me to record. Because yeah, handheld recording, it's not the best quality in the world. It's passable. Like if you watched my Pokemon Omega Ruby Nuzlocke, it's like it's passable, but there are some dips in quality sometimes. So yeah. Anyways, that is it for this episode and this series. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time. Have a great day.